Hello everyone, this is Daniel and this is my sprint update for the sprint ending July 5th, 2022. For the sprint on CRM, we worked on introducing investment section on the scorecard tab and also adding investment labels. Right now, I'm on this particular lead profile called test lead user, and if I scroll down, I'm currently on the scorecard tab, and if I scroll down, I'll see this section called investment after investment meetings and event attendance and division. So to explain this section, there is this information. So there is the details section and also the investment size section. So first, the deal details section has these statistics. You can see on the far right there is a percentage of target used, which is 33.33%, and at the top you can see this label return on investment, and on the far right on target. So I'll explain what that means. So in this section we have this section for deal size and investment target. What this means is, for this particular lead, the deal is worth $12,000 and you're willing to invest in $1,200. So as long as the investment you're trying to make into to get this particular lead is what you set as the investment target. So for this particular lead, you're saying you are not going to spend over $1,200 in trying to tie down or trying to pursue to convince this particular lead into investing in your business. So all the expenses you incur are going to be entered at the bottom here. So let me say I book a flight ticket going to meet this particular lead, and the flight ticket is $100. So I can add that here, and it will reflect here what the expense I've just added. So what that means, and whenever you add those expenses, you can get this section at the top called total spent, which is now $500. That means my total expenses in trying to get or to convince this particular lead to investment to my business is now sitting at $500. That's still on target because my target was $1,200, as you can see here. So that's why this label says on target. So that means, as far as me trying to convince this particular lead, my investments into him or her are still on target. Something else we added, this label is also on the lead management page at the top. As you can see, when I come to this particular lead's profile, I don't need to scroll to the bottom of the page to know whether this particular lead, my investments are on target or not. As you can see, the labels are at the top. Something else we added is, if you go now to the lead scorecard, you'll also be able to see that how many leads are on target and how many leads are over target when talking about, like, when you're trying to invest into them. So like you're trying to chase maybe 10 investors or leads. So because depending on the expenses you're trying to incur in those particular leads, is going to reflect here on the scorecard. So let's say you had 5 that are on target and maybe 5 again are over target. So that statistics or those the data will reflect here as how many are on target and how many are over target. So that is very helpful for an admin or a marketing admin trying to view, trying to look at this scorecard, and can easily visualize how the performance of different leads, or how tracking down or trying to convince different leads to invest into the business is going. How many are on target, how many are over target. This is all for this sprint, and see you next sprint with more interesting features. Thank you.